Yo, 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 what's up, We Book It fam? This is your boy, Big Daddy C, filling in as a special guest host for the Monday Night Raw Dog recap show. Coach is out traveling back from a game. He's coaching baseball, so he's doing that. Mike is out. He was supposed to be the host tonight, but he's feeling under the weather today, as well as our guy Fritos, he's dealing with some family issues here. So, but hey, your boy Big Daddy C, hey, coming to the rescue. I got to do this thing solo. It's probably my second time doing this thing, but hey, we gonna be all right. We gonna be all right. All right. So, get this ticker up here. Thanks for always tuning in right now. If you all are, whether it's on YouTube or Twitch. So starting out the show, we had a promo with featuring Logan Paul and CM Punk. Logan Paul comes out there. He was talking about CM Punk's WWE comeback, one of the greatest moments ever. And then he said CM basically CM Punk cracked under pressure. And then right after that, CM Punk came back at Logan Paul, essentially calling him irrelevant, and telling him that nobody would remember him when it's all said and done. This would cause Logan Paul to slap CM Punk and then run out of the ring like a little bitch, and and Punk basically told, "Hey, run while you got your legs still working, because once we in that chamber, it's on site." So that's pretty much how that segment ended. Next up, we had a match between Ludwig Kaiser and Pete Dunne and Penta. Triple threat match here. Ludwig Kaiser still using the Gunther's theme. He got to get his own theme at some point, man. You can't keep riding the coattails of Gunther. Y'all not even like, yeah, Imperial is done. It's over. So get some new theme music. But nevertheless, these three have been feuding, trying to one up one another for the past month or so. And so we finally get a triple threat match between these three. It's everything you expected to be hard hitting match between these guys, back and forth, maneuvers. You think this is you think that this was a championship match between these three guys. And they set the house on fire, man. It was amazing. Eventually, this would end with Ludwig Kaiser picking up the victory by pinning Pete Dunne after Penta struck down with a Mexican destroyer. Ludwig Kaiser would hit his DDT finisher. So eventually, we had another face-off between Rhea Ripley and Io Sky during a Jackie Redmond interview. Enough of these face-offs. I don't see Io Sky ever beating Rhea Ripley by any. I just don't see it happening. It's not going to happen. But yeah, so yeah, we leave that match or that interview segment. Moving on to a tag team match between the New Day and the LWO. If you know what's been going on with New Day and their heel turn up, basically kicking Biggie out of the group, and then they've been in this whole little back and forth rivalry with Rey Mysterio. After Rey Mysterio essentially said, "Hey man, I don't respect y'all no more. Y'all suck," and so they just been attacking Rey Mysterio every chance they get. LWO would come to Rey's rescue, like just moments after he's gotten his ass whooped. The damage has already been done, so they serve no purpose. But now they actually have a match against this team, and that it got kind of, get some revenge for Rey Mysterio. So New Day had, been cutting a promo throughout the break, and they came back from commercial, and they were still getting booed as they finished up their promo. And so, this wasn't that much of a, high profile match. The New Day would get the victory over LWO after Woods distracted the referee, and Kofi raked the eyes of one of the LWO members after this match. Um, they started, jumping LW again. Dragon Lee come out to make the save, but eventually New Day will still get the upper hand and lay out Dragon Lee. And so that's what happened with that match. Next up, we had Gunther pretty much handpicking his opponent. Cut a little promo beforehand, and so he brings out Akira Tozawa, and of all people. And so Akira comes out there, with the rest of Alpha Academy, Big Otis, and oh man, I'm bad with names. I don't know what it is. I ain't even been drinking nothing. But yeah, Otis and the other girl came out there. And so Gunther, of course, toyed with Tozawa, kicking his ass the whole time. Where it looked like he was gonna finish him off quickly. He, 1, 2, and then he pulls his head up, and then it's like he starts kicking his ass even more, and then he ends up and Tozawa almost got him with a roll up. He almost got him with a roll up. That would have been a crazy upset. And the crowd went crazy with that one moment. So after Boston Crab, Gunther finally struck Tozawa with a power bomb. Like I said, he continued to play with a smooth, and then he finished him off with the red naked choke. And so after this match, Gunther ragdoll Otis after Otis tried to make the save. And then this will bring out Jey Uso, of course, and Gunther ran off like a little bitch. And, and that was how that segment ended. And then we moving on to another match, Lyra Valkyria versus Dakota Kai. And so to start out this match, you had Dakota Kai hitting a dive to the outside before Raw went to break. But it looks like Dakota had tripped on a camera wire. And so this match was pretty solid. The fans got into it. There was a delayed superplex by Valkyria. Fans were chanting "Holy shit," which is rare during a women's match. So you did some good shit in a women's match when you got the crowd chanting "Holy shit." And then eventually Lyra would get pick up the win. She did get along to celebrate. While Dakota Kai was walking up the ramp, Ivy Now will come up from behind, attack Dakota Kai, throw into like the ring to the security barrier, and then runs in and attacks Lyra and beats her down there with a suplex and just beating her down. And that's pretty much how that ended. And next up, we had Braun Breaker versus Dominic Mysterio. This is a cat and mouse type of situation. Dirty Dom going. He talk a tough game, but when it comes to going against somebody that's tougher than him, he gonna run. He gonna run a little bit. And so opening up the match, he got speared. It was ugly. It was ugly. But eventually during this match, the Judgment Day will interfere as they always do, forcing a disqualification. And so essentially, this is kind of like a babyface moment, while Breaker really had a heel moment last week. But this week seems like I guess he's a face. I don't know, or he might just. I think Braun is pretty much a tweener. Like I don't really see him being like an actual heel. He's one of those situations. It's like with Brock Lesnar, where you just an ass kicking machine. It don't matter who it is. Like he's gonna kick somebody's ass. You can be a face, you can be a heel. It doesn't matter. We've seen that with the whole Sheamus and Ludwig Kaiser rivalry with him for the IC title. It don't matter who you are. He's trying to kick your ass. And so, so during this moment, while they were jumping him, Dirty Dom pretty much tried to attack Braun, and while Carlito was holding him, and Braun ducked and basically did a overhead flip and sent Dominic outside the ring. And next thing you know, he spears the hell out of Carlito and turns right around quickly. And Finn is right there holding the chair, and he's like, "Do something. I want you to do it." The crowd's just doing it, like, "Hey, I'm telling you, man, Finn, you don't want these problems with Braun Breaker. I'm telling you, you don't want these problems. All right. So next up, we have um, a segment with Cody Rhodes as he's addressing The Rock's offer for his soul from last week on Friday Night SmackDown. And so Cody came out there talking about his whole family, you know, mentioning Dusty and Brandy Rhodes. And so he was basically saying how he didn't want to wrestle on the independent circuit into his 60s like his dad. And so he's saying basically he hopes that he's able to put a fraction of his net worth in a CD and avoid that. Eventually, Cody was interrupted by Seth Rollins. Rollins came out there questioning why Cody is even considering The Rock's offer. Cody Seth basically called out Rose for being a hypocrite. Wait, oh yeah. Cody basically called out Seth for being a hypocrite when he injured his hand. He basically injured him. If you remember when Cody first came back, he injured you know, when him and Seth had the feud, they had a few matches, and after the last match, he basically attacked Cody and injured his hand. And also he called out Seth for being a hypocrite when it came to betraying the Shield to join the Authority. And Cody thanked Rollins for helping him win the WWE Championship, calling him the MVP of WrestleMania. And then that leaves the fans chanting MVP. And then Rollins said he wanted to face Cody, who came back and beat him at Mania. Cody obviously mentioned how he beat him in the Hell in the Cell. And so basically, Rollins said, "Hey, I'm not coming for your soul. I'm coming for your WWE title." And so this just adds another layer onto the rivalry that they had dating back when Cody first came back. And so just, you know, I think it was interesting, you know, promo between these two, knowing the similarities, you know, or the background of what happened with Seth, you know, in the Shield, and joining and basically selling his soul to join Authority and eventually becoming the WWE World Heavyweight Champion. And so, you know, he's basically saying, "Hey, I know what it's like to do this. I know what it's like to be on this side of, you know, selling my soul. You know, don't do this. Don't be like me." And so we'll see what happens at Elimination Chamber, man. I don't think Cody's gonna accept the offer at Elimination Chamber. I feel like it's gonna be something going on at WrestleMania. They're gonna save it for WrestleMania and have one of the biggest shockers ever. So I think that's what's gonna happen. Whoever he goes against, he's gonna retain his championship and join The Rock and become the corporate champion. And it's gonna be a sight to see. I kid you not. And so moving on to our next match, we had which is our main event. We have Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez going against Bianca Belair and Naomi for the tag team championship. And so Bianca had hit Rodriguez with a brutal 450 splash, which ended with a knee to the jaw. So that was kind of a little minor botch there. Belair somehow kicked out of a combination code breaker by Liv Morgan. Liv was doing her whole like you know, screaming and shouting, like basically saying "get the fuck up," and it wasn't bleeped out. So this was a interesting moment. And so you know, it's rare that we see women you know, main event Monday Night Raw, especially with a tag team championship match. So I thought this was pretty cool. You know, a lot of "this is awesome" chants from the crowd basically shows that they were doing a thing. There were a series of near falls throughout this match. And you know, with these four women, we know what time it is. And you got Liv, you know, basically preparing for her elimination championship match, her elimination chamber match. I'm sorry. And then Naomi was intercepted by Raquel in the middle of a split-legged moonsault. And Morgan would pin Naomi for the win. And so that's essentially how this match started. Well, how this match happened. And so I don't know why I said this was for the championship. It wasn't. Um, but yeah, so yeah, that was the Monday Night Raw episode. Um, I think it was pretty solid. It was I think it was much better than SmackDown last week. I give you that. Pretty solid show. So thanks for all who tuned in to the stream. Second time. Well, actually, first time doing this thing solo all the way through. Last time when I was doing the AEW show, Coach joined last minute, so I didn't do the whole show by myself. But this is the first full show I did by myself, so hopefully, some nerves here and there. But hopefully, I did, pretty decent. Like I said, thanks for all tuned in to the stream. Continue to like, share, and subscribe to the podcast. We're on YouTube, Twitch, all social media platforms, IG, Facebook. And so we're also on Spotify and Apple Music. We're still trying to get things figured out with that. And so we will catch you guys on Friday for the SmackDown recap and the AEW recap. Hopefully we can get some more people on board so we can get this thing rolling. If not, I'm fine with doing this thing again. But yeah, so I will catch you guys Friday. Peace.